I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is April 28, Monday, 2025. I hope you had a good day, good weekend here. So kind of like what we discussed about already last Friday video, we were talking about these higher highs and higher lows coming into the imbalance and then trying to roll over for the liquidity that they build there, and plus maybe this breakout level. We do have bodies now being pushed daily on the daily side above these gaps here. So now we're kind of missing on the downside, and again, I think we're in a bearish flow, but at this as far as like the macro view goes for now. But I mean, we can come up here and still take some of this liquidity out. This imbalance here, as you see on the bottom left, like you can see, it's a wick with that imbalance, and it's kind of like we're drawing up into it more because of the fact that it's still seen as a gap. So algorithm's going to reference that, but pretty smooth, pretty simple logic. And as you can see there, I mean, look, I had a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, and then a higher high. So, but this is a little shallow. When we did this, we gapped down on obviously Sunday night, and then we just hunted for Friday's liquidity. Literally, a sell in itself coming to the 50% is pretty key. And then what do we have here? A gap too. So we're referencing the gap. But what we did is we fell short of that 25% on Friday, and then Asia just stopped it here and then pushed it up. We hit it for the fake move at the 9:30, and then it was a reversal there. Pretty much a higher high if I kept it simple. And with this response that we're getting, it's obviously showing that it's little still stronger, but you come back for a higher low. If you look at this, if you look at the time frame, it's very smooth day. Don't look at this kind of choppiness, but you see here, this is all that matters. You see here, we already took that buy from Friday, but when we're pushing up, we got 2 to 2.5. So we gap down, right? We gap down, and then we retrace for an internal liquidity. And then if I didn't even do the measurement, didn't need it, but I was already kind of trying to push up above this high to tag. That 25%. I mean, look, we hit it, baby. I mean, so we're going up there, and look what's going on now. It's such a beautiful fucking move. Oh my god. But anyways, I'm measuring this Asia range, this little swing here. You can see the 2.5. We're 2 to 2.5. We're already there, right? So, this liquidity here is built too easily. They're coming for them, and they're trying to get that PM session, guys, even AM. So coming down to a -1.5 standard deviation at minimum in between the two here with these right here. But higher time frame, you can see the 4 hour is respecting it on the body side. That's to show you more bullishness there. Just fire, and then I measure. We come up here and we sweep and look at the bodies on the higher time frames. Then obviously 1 minute, but if you look at 5 minute even, you'll see that it's not even a body there. It's showing weakness there with that. See that right there, and then you can see the 15 minute, same story. So all algorithmic principles or signatures, I should say. Retracing back down, and then as you see, the 2 to 2.5. So here, this is a beautiful buy for me. We get a dump pump first, but it's really a pump and dump. It's really a high to a higher low, but you can see we bounce on the bearish. I'm on a 5 minute. Let me go back to a 1 minute. We bounce on that right here. That's the bottom of the bearish daily imbalance. So by coming down here like this at 9:30, it's a for like another higher low. They're just sweeping all the last guys who bought right here, and coming back to the 8 minute time frame, 8 o'clock a.m. time frame. I mean, but you can see here testing 3 little wicks, staying in the 50% of that wick, so to speak. But really the goal is a higher high, higher low, push up. You're in this leg already is what I'm saying. You had a higher low in a way, and then you're in this leg pushing up. Oh shit. So you know, they're showing you those higher lows, right? So this is a nice buy. But when you get to here, I mean, I literally take the buy here, and take it straight to that 25%. I understand that we can reverse, but it's Monday and it's going to range and, you know, this and that. It's a good mover. And sure enough, it was. But anyways, took the trade out here. And then price came down. Thought it was going to buy again. Then it obviously just broke through. We had the first imbalance right here. This 933. Look at that beautifulness right there. And we end up being below it. And we're using it for a sell. Now it's a sell by sell. It's a fake pump and then dump. And then you're looking for the sequence of sell by sell, right? So the move down was 1, right? It's a fake move. Move up 2, that was the fake move 2, but still a move, right? RSI is pretty dope there. And then you can see here, we break a structure here, and then now we're just doing a retrace. Even if we're bullish or bearish, yes, I would have loved for it to just keep buying from here, but didn't do that, right? So also understanding that Friday's range is here and it's fucking Monday. But got structure. So we come down. We're now tagging the daily gap today, right? Look at 50%, tagging it twice right there. Small, very small opening range gap, but we break structure, right? And then this is as classic as it gets. So it comes in, nice buy here too as well. Why this buy? Because of the fact that we did have, you see here, see this breakout area right here with that imbalance? And then there's that guy liquidity right there. So let me zoom out. Maybe you can see it here. It's going to be kind of ugly, but that guy right there, see that liquidity, and then this level here. See how we don't touch it, but they push right through here, right? So they're just stopping it here. So it's a nice buy for the fact that it's you know, that we broke and still early and we have oversold and we just took that liquidity. But what's the purpose of buying it here? Because I also caught this buy here. Well, I don't sell it down. I do buy it up. I don't sell it down, but missing this move shows me the direction even. So in that case, what do I have here? Oh, I got time involved here, 10 o'clock. So we push, when you take this buy to here, well, it's very obvious that the range from here to here is at 50% right here. It's super broke through, right? And we have that first imbalance, beautiful. We come and we tag it up here and then stays below. They create this imbalance. This is an inversion later. But when the price is coming low like this, it would have had to kept going. It should have kept coming up like this, here or here. Here, you see now it's lower, low, lower, high, down, fanning that way. See that? So this is to show you that now we came underneath it and boom, tapped it. And we have a resistance basically type of flow. But here it's already being shown here. And you can see that again, the daily gap. But don't forget that. And the first imbalance. So starts really working right there. But when they drop the price at 10 o'clock, you have the range itself for the 930-10 open come back into 50% pretty much, and then just fails here. So even when you don't know if you're going to keep buying or not, the trade in itself from here to here is the setup. This is my speaker model. Because guess what? It could keep going. We don't know. But at here is a minimum, right? But guess what happens if this fails? Well, then it's a sell by sell. Meaning we broke, we retrace back, and just another now it becomes a lower high. Right? Lower high, right? Where's your lower low after that? Here. Oh, that's the midnight level. Wow. Perfect, right? Bounces, look at the bodies. So this is, you're looking for 3 sells after, if you get this break and you see the structure, this is sell 1. Let me do this. So I mean, I don't even have to draw this, but now for the short term, this leg, we're just going to talk about this leg real quick. Forget all what it just did now. But in this general leg, that's a lower high. Well, where's my lower low? Boom, right here. So it touches that midnight level, retraces beautiful for a lower high right into that imbalance. Don't even need to draw it, but we're using that imbalance, the 1002. We're using that as the first imbalance in the 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, but then using it as obviously an inversion, right? Tagging it right there, lower high, right? Lower high breakout level right there from that low. Very fucking simple. And then, lower low. All right. Oh, it comes back. Where? Lower high. Doesn't come deep, but pretty much squeezes this imbalance. Lower high, dangles it a little bit. And then what does it do? A lower low. Oh, 2 drives on it, no big deal. Pushes back up where? Lower high. Oh, we got a gap here. We're playing around that gap, right? But lower high. Forget if I had nothing on the chart. This is just the price action is still going to be good. We understand that. Oh, a lower low. Wow. So obviously it came all the way back, right? Crazy. Right back to the opening range. Look how it snapped right to the opening range, like as we're speaking. Like that's not like coincidence. But the point is that break a structure, that's sell 1, take the profit. Sell 2 from up here, take the profit. Retrace again, sell 3, take the profit. Well, now you got 3 drives here. Well, we get a 4th, but that's just simple, smooth logic. And then in a simple case, we were already in push 1 to come up, and then move 2 for a bigger range. Not forget the shorter range right now. Move 2 came down. Move 3 is going up. Look how beautiful. Oh my God, baby. Damn, that's so beautiful. So, but all I need was this push 1. Missed that. Push 2 came in here. Now from here, I don't know what it's going to fucking do for sure. But I do know coming back up in here and sweeping in here, getting into equilibrium as a speaker is pretty high probability. The chances of it rolling over from here are very high, obviously. Don't need to fuck around and find out. But all I need is 1 or 2 moves of this. So how many moves did you get? Move down 1, move up 2, move down 3, move up 4. Forget this back and forth. Move down 5. We'll just say this whole leg. 5, 6. Oh my God. Again, do you only need how many of them? Right? But beautiful. Coming right back to the present week gap. And again, well, they solved my answer there by telling you that we're probably going to keep coming up into that bearish imbalance on the 50%. This is why I drew this. So again, we made a higher low. We made a higher high. We came back down. We made a higher low again. So it's a little deep. Obviously not perfect, but the flow, see, you get the drives coming up. Slowly more in here. Maybe we don't even get this high. We might not even hit the 50. I don't know, but it was just an understanding, right? And then after we have built the liquidity here, and then maybe we want to see if we get a body across the daily gaps here. So there's no body right there, and there's no body right there, right? So here you have bullish in these gaps. You have bullish candles that are showing above it. Now I'm looking for. We'll see what NFP, because it's NFP week. I'm going to only do pretty much the bulk of my trading up until Wednesday morning. But at the same time, look at that bitch. Depends how they do this. But I still would like to see a body closure. And coming down here, we still have, I'm going to draw it because I'm going to forget to do it. But we still have empty price action right here. I'm just gonna put gap. Okay. I don't want this to be too like. I'm just gonna put it like that. All right, that's the remaining to seal it. But anyways, yeah. So we're coming up in here. Very logical. We've been saying this for a long time. In the grand scheme of things, I'm looking at this as a. Even if you look at the daily, I'm looking at this as a lower low, and we're coming up to make a lower high, the real lower high, from that high to that low. Now, can it come up here and even come above here? Sure, it can, and then come back down. I'm expecting that at the maximum, if we even get this high. Otherwise, I'd like to see it just roll over somewhere in here. as we're approaching. What do we have? Well, again, we have that gap right there. Well, it's in gray. It's already there. We have this imbalance here quadded. Got 50% right there. We have that wick. I also talked about, this wick right here. Do the fifth, go quad that. We might be tagging that level right here, this wick. Go do that on your own. But I again, like because of Trump's bullshit here, I was also kind of talking about coming up, and we're starting to try to squeeze everybody because people sold here, right? People made money from this shit. I was calling that shit live, bro, and all you had to do is push sell. It was nice, and it was a nice trade. Push down, so we're kind of handling that, right? Okay, I don't want to sound like I'm rambling too much, but this is just simple logic fire. And then guess what? Well, I mean, obviously I have the projection from that leg, right? That broke. So 101.5 is right here. Notice how all the drives get contained and come into this area, right? And then guess what? You have patience. You wait. Now you got the PM session kicking in at 1:30, and then you look. You have this first imbalance for the 1:30 session, and then or opening. I mean, and then tagging in, right? Tagging in right there. Where is this? Obviously, this buy is to come and wipe out the sellers and breakout traders here. Look at this guy right here. This trade was so smooth. It broke, came back up, tagged, and sold off for the rest of the day. So this buy right here is a beautiful target for there. Obviously, equal highs there. This breakout level there, which also midnight level there. And that motherfucker right there, right? And even this resistance here, this easy flow there. Whoop, why you think you get this big stupid candle right there? Oh, what time is it? 3:50, market on close. Look at that. Very obvious. And yeah, they're just, ended up selling it the rest, all the way into lunchtime, and then retracing for the PM session, right? But 101.5 there. I didn't do any measurements here, but I'm just we'll just say this, right? And we just jumped into 2 to 2.5. So from here, if we're gonna keep going bullish and we don't get back in here, now talk about like tomorrow, the game plan. I don't know. We'll see if we tag this guy right here, tap in, and then pop up. We're getting it to a 2 to 2.5, so we can retrace back to a 101.5. It hasn't designed itself yet, but I'm just saying if that's possible, if we don't just keep rolling through, then maybe we'll come up a little bit, and then we'll just retrace back into here. If not, maybe go through. But right now, this is where we are, and balance price range right there. So yeah, I like this area, dipping into this, maybe touching those lows, retracing back. So if I have to draw it, well, that was better on a 15-minute. But wait, before I do it, am I missing something? No, I talked about this pushing up. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna delete this because this is ugly. But that pushed us up. Now it pushed down. That's our push down. So forward thinking, knowing and understanding that. And we came back up to the positive standard deviation from Asia right there. And we're just nested in this area, man. Just beautiful. So I feel like I'm missing something here. But nice little divergence on Dow right here with these 5-minute candles right here at the 40 and 45. Push this down, and then obviously seems heavy, so it can come and wipe out the liquidity to the left. Look at all these higher lows. So low resistance liquidity run available here all the way to back here. So just hunting that algorithm got done enough, and then now wiped everybody out from today, and the only people in today are the buyers, right? So nice little divergence right here on Dow, on Nas right here, higher lows right there, and then lower lows and lower lows right there. Pushes it up. Keep it as simple. And dollar is coming down with helping us push back up in a way. So let's see, what do we got here? I don't know why that switched, but okay. So this is very ugly. But I would say that it's definitely more on the bullish side. Obviously, we have agendas here. We talked about that. We'll see what Dow's late to the party. Is this the divergence, or what is S&P is creeping up as well, getting into there. So you can see that pocket of price. Look at that. See that shit? Um, so we've been talking about this, right? But looking like, again, that's why I'm drawing this. I'm just my basic understanding is just like, I want to kind of fan up and slowly get as far as they can up here to accomplish their goal, and then we got to come back down to wipe out. I mean, simple buyers, right? So because even look at this shit, right? Like that's perfect. And then now it's coupled with Friday's low right there. See all that junk. Because that was easy. I mean, it wasn't easy, but if you were an experienced trader and you took that trade, it was easy, right? Obviously, we came deep, but the point is that's like, when you're in a transition. I'd like to say the end of the road is sort of coming soon. I was assuming maybe that even Monday was going to be the high of the week. I said last week that when this week opened up, that we would like to go above the previous week's high, which would be last week's high, right? And then be the high of the week, and then now come down. But this is a big push. So if I'm going to draw this, it could get very interesting here with this type of push back. But let's just give the options if we were selling. Well, actually, let me mention, like for example, Nvidia, they gapped down, so that kind of showed also some weakness in a way. They already gapped down early, but it's kind of just sitting here, right? And right here, 50% of this area, are we going to go back above that? And if we don't, then it might be a resistance for us to come back down. Very easy for us to come back down now. But even if I look at like Amazon and Tesla, and everybody was kind of initially pushing up from gaps and stuff like that, but then they kind of pulled back a little bit. So that's what we got today with all them kind of, doing that. So I'll be honest with you, it is kind of neutral. It's too big pushback. Maybe not trying to let you get in. At the end of the day, they squat again. Maybe this we don't go any higher. Look at these wicks right here. They're kind of showing me that it's like, okay, we're kind of over it, and then we could, okay, so let's do it. So if we're bullish, I would just like to see something like this and just push up, right? And it might even push up from here. I don't know, but this is the bullish look. I mean, speakering. This could get very tricky. But bullish, I would like to see this. If it's bearish, then I would definitely say it's just coming down from now, right? For real. And then if we decide to go up one more time and bearish, then I just would like to see something like this, right? Like just it goes right back to the same narrative that I've been talking about. So just playing it cool and again, patience, letting the trade show you what it's gonna do. Let the moves happen. Again, I'm only looking for one or two, but time involved here, 11 o'clock. You see that right there? Well, underneath. See how we tagged? I bought here, right? And I bought it because it was an algorithmic delivery. This isn't random. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even because it was a higher low. It was because it was literally bouncing on that level. But snap, we'll get to the 25%. This is a little too easy, right? And too all one-sided. And then they did it again. Just gorgeous. I mean, if you're playing the speaker and shakeout roll. But otherwise, sucks if you're holding for buying. But the point is that you can see here, like the 1050 right here, right? Like boom. This candle is inside that first imbalance, just sinks down and then retraces, dips right back underneath. But then again, we're bouncing around. But then we come underneath and then boom, right? You see that? That right there is also a signature of, okay, making a leg down. They push a leg down to the midnight level, retrace right back in. Beautiful, man. And then for another leg down, and obviously being attracted, price is going to be attracted to these gaps too, right? So above is the bearish imbalance on the daily and our present day, and then on below that is all weekly gaps. So we're pretty much bouncing around on a Monday, and we're also creating liquidity in the top and the bottom. We'll see NFP is probably going to take one side after they build liquidity from today, tomorrow, and then and Wednesday is probably going to obviously hunt a direction. And then in the end of the week will be the direction of the week of the wick, or the wick. I'm sorry, the week candle. You'll see at the end of the week, where they decided to, after taking liquidity from Monday and Tuesday here. So we're kind of shaking out right here, but I'm talking way too much now, right? Am I missing something? I don't think so. 25 minutes is good. Yeah, pretty shakeout. All right. See the Asia range? Come above, come below, 50%. And that's why this was also another good trade here. Is that when we made this high up here and we made this low up here, that buy, besides what I talked about here with those lower highs, but this, see the equilibrium area? I mean, you don't even have to do a fib, dude. I mean, it's just, you can see that. I love days like this, man, to be honest with you. And as you see, we come, you know what I'm saying? And it's just easy sellers. That's all it is. It's nothing else to say here. I talked about this and I talked about that. I'm not gonna draw that. Floater, just super, super easy, bro. That's lovely. I don't think there's anything else. Just measure this. We just hit the 2 to 2.5 and rejected hard. So, and again, so let's just say we don't. I'm just gonna do it now. Fuck it. Well, it's a lot. God damn, it's a lot of blue candles. It's kind of hard to show, but maybe I'll just do like the 5 minute here or something. This looks about fair. We'll just say right there. So maybe we come right back to 2 to 2.5, or 1. If it's really bullish, you wouldn't want to see it come any lower than where we are here. You have an imbalance right there. You have an inversion on the 15 minute. Yeah, let me take this off. And this is how I make videos long for sure. Pushing down, you see that imbalance right there. So look to the right while I'm hovering over it. So do we want to come into a 1 to 1.5 and continue 2 to 2.5? And maybe get that breakout level. This is another reason why I liked selling into here with this internal liquidity. It's a sell model, very simple sell model. All right, they had the buy model up here. We pop up. Then they created this sell model, this original consolidation. We pop up and then we hunt it. So they didn't take that out, right? But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Yeah, besides being a sell model, you have the projection. It's coming to wipe out liquidity to the left, and then here, that's a breakout level. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. The breakout level too. See this breakout level from here, from Friday, and we pushed above it. We used it as support. That was a nice speaker 50% equilibrium trade with this buy again. Well, when we made liquidity here, that's also that breakout level is getting referenced again. It's coming back in. So that's I'm just trying to say, like selling to this level would have been at minimum a good idea too. So that's why buying up here is at 50% is great. But that's why I'm saying, do they want to come back and get this breakout level here? I think if they come this low, then they're gonna really break through. So we'll see. Right? It's gonna be interesting. But I mean, for them to build that right there, either really bullish or we're really gunning it. That's all I can kind of say. See this? These guys think they're in the clear and shit. Wham. So we'll see what they do. Everything else is the same. Take care. God bless.